They've been building Morgan cars here in Malvern for 115 years. Quintessentially British, they're loved in America, which is why President Trump's new 25% tariff on all cars and parts imported into the USA is a worrying development.
For us, it's really significant, and it's a big, we're talking tens of millions of pounds of cars here, so it's a really significant impact for us and the supply chain. So it's really important that we see the government taking an action quickly to try and resolve this issue.
So just what could the impact of tariffs be? Well, to give you an idea, of these cars being manufactured here, half are heading to the United States. And of the 600 plus cars produced here at Morgan in Malvern this year, a third will go to America. And that figure could be 40% by next year. Morgan had only begun to start selling its core model again in the States in November, after more than 20 years of restrictions were lifted. Their entire allocation of cars for the US this year sold out in just a couple of weeks.
What we're going to be doing is a 25% tariff on all cars that are not made in the United States.
So how concerning are the new tariffs for staff on the factory floor? Nick Butler's worked at Morgan for 25 years.
I was in the canteen earlier at break time. We were talking about the tariff. Are we concerned? Probably yes, but who knows? So we're Morgan. We'll push on through. We'll carry on going regardless and build these cars.
David Bailey is an expert on the UK's automotive industry and says it's not just car manufacturers that will suffer here due to the newly imposed tariffs.
The auto industry is operating well below capacity, less than half what it was sort of 10 years ago. That's had a big impact on the supply chain. And if production is hit anymore, I have a real fear about some of the supply chain going under and therefore pushing up costs for the like of Morgan.
Morgan have cars that are currently being shipped to the United States but won't make it there before the new tariffs kick in. The question is, who will pick up those additional costs now and what impact these changes will have on the company's future trade with America? Ben Sidwell, BBC Midlands Today, Malvern.